What's up, YouTube family, man? This is the Marcus Brewster, the host of Seeking Knowledge Podcast. And man, I'm excited to be here. Today I got my man, my brother from another mother, Baptiste. Like I met this gentleman on Clubhouse, then we connected on the OWL app, then we connected on Facebook. Now we connected on YouTube, right? You feel me? He's a good guy. So the reason why I reached out to him, because I don't know, I got a podcast on Spotify called Seeking Knowledge, right? And I did an episode called, or a real talk called How Is Your Mental Part One? And I was speaking on how I was dealing with sleep insomnia. And I know it's a mental thing. I know a lot of stuff is mental. Not about how I couldn't sleep, how I'm up long hours. So I reached out to my man's Will. You know, he by the way, he's he in Canada, by the way. He broadcasting live from Canada. So I reached out to him. I know he was help advocate for men. Sit up, man, bro. Go ahead, bro. I didn't say it enough, man.
Hey, listen, man. For a minute, it feels good. It feels good to receive those flowers. You know what I'm saying? To receive this compliment. I can remember, as a young boy, um, every negative thing that could have said under the sun was said to me. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, I kind of learned to accept those compliments that I'm worth it, that I value. So I do appreciate it, man, being here. What's going on,
Yeah,
everybody? This is Will
it's
Baptiste.
an
Yes,
honor to
thank
have
you,
you. Man. Like
thank
I
you.
knew you were the person when I reached out to you, bro, and I respect your movement, bro. Like, so what really got you like aware of that the mental health for men was really important. Like, what really made you start like focusing on it? Like, what like talk about like what made you tap in?
Well, I had to tap in because I was ready to tap out. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Let me say that again. I tap in because I was ready to tap out for the second time. And this time, it was really an awakening for me. It was really
mm,
my moment, come to Jesus, my moment, if you will, or my road to Damascus moment, where it was at that time that I had to come to realization that I made for greatness and that I had a purpose. That everything that I've been through up to that point was to lead me into the place that where I was at that moment, to finally realize and to finally wake up and realize that I have a purpose, that I have a passion, that I have a power. But all that was within me all along, but I just never discovered. And once I discovered that
oh
and
yeah,
understand that there was a message in the mess, and there was a testimony in the test, and that I was going to make history despite of my story. That's when I took up running. I said, God, if you give me about 100 more chance, that I will I will sorry, use my life story for your glory. And that's when Will to Rise was born. And from that point forward, I've been rising, man, like a phoenix.
I love it, bro. Like I heard this, man. I love it, bro. Man, like we got similar stories, bro. Like I feel the tap out, bro. Like, cause I know a lot of stuff started mental. Like, I got a story. Published my first book from the hood to the church. I got a story basically. I feel the tap out. Went through foster care. I know it was it's all was a mental thing. But like you said, I know I had a purpose too. I turned my pain into a purpose, or I turned my pain into passion. And I just like spreading these messages. But the mental is for real, man. You got people out here really, committing suicide, like just really giving up. So that's why I wanted to really do this segment on the mental. So like I know you started focus on this at probably at a young age, like you say, you went through things happen. So, like practice that you can share with the world on how to know the signs when they're having a mental outbreak, like to know when they off, like just to know when there's something that's clicking up there.
That sign is different for everyone, right? You got to feel it. And that's the reason why you have to be in tune with yourself and what the signs are. Because I could tell you what my signs were, and they may never be the sign for you. And I don't want you to start looking for those signs and all of a sudden thinking that's what you were supposed to see. And if you don't see it, then it pass you by, right? So
Right.
it's innate on us to know that when we have those dis-ease,
Yeah.
when we have
This
a
ease.
dis-ease, right, in
There
our
you go.
body, if we listen to our body long enough, we're gonna know. So that's why we don't need no outside voices, no outside influence. Although
Right.
we welcome them to a certain extent, but we don't really need them to find out who we are. All we gotta do is just sit still, sit
And
with ourselves, and which is one of the hardest things to do.
and I like how you said that you gotta know, like everything you said was beautiful, brother. But you said you gotta know your body. I knew something wasn't right, bro. Like I'm just saying, like by the way, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat, but still, I'm knowing something about my body. It's off. Like I know I work a lot. I do this and do that, but still, I'm like, it's no way. I'm knowing I'm burnt out, bro. There's no way that I should just still be up just long hours. It's up like I'm like, man, somebody right. Like I ain't go to no doctor or nothing, but like you said, I know my body. And but like I said, bro, I've been good though. I'm gonna be honest. Like for the last few days, bro, I really been good. Like every now and then it'll try to. I can tell, but for the most part, bro, my mental is back, bro. I
But
feel good.
see, I have a question for you, and I know it's your show, but this is something I feel compelled to do
Go
anytime that
ahead.
I get to think to man. When you say you're good, because I'm here, give me the long version. We got to pass this surface thing,
I
right?
got you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Give me the long version. What
Nah,
is
what I mean,
good? Because a lot of
nah,
time we say that it's just kind of to brush it off.
nah, I ain't brushing off like I'm good, good. I'm saying for like the last few days, I'm good. Like I'm knowing this mental stuff, and you just can't. It don't just go away overnight.
No, we don't.
It's
We don't.
it's a lifelong process. It's forever process. That's why you got to make sure you feed it with the right things, like audio, whether you read. But now, why I say I'm good, because I told you when I reached out to you for them last couple of days, like I ain't able to sleep. But I'm saying now lately, I've been getting some good sleep. Like I'm saying, like a few more hours of sleep.
No, that's good, man. That's good.
I know it's good, like I'm done, but I know I've been good. If that makes sense.
Right. You have been doing much better than you have. You've been doing much better than you have been in the past, and which is good because that's what we want. We don't want to compare ourselves to no one. We just want to compare ourselves to our old, what I'm saying, version of us, and we always want to elevate from that, right? So I'm
Right.
glad I'm glad that you hear that because that's something that I'm making a conscious effort to just stop and ask the question and listen because we asking the question at least for me, I used to ask the question not because I wanted to answer, but it was a formality. Just like people would ask me how I'm doing, because I know they don't really care. But I tell them
Right.
I'm good because I don't want to get into the details, right? And they're not gonna do anything for me anyway. So I'm just like I said, I'm making a conscious effort to really ask people the stuff questions and making sure that I'm willing, ready, and able to listen and to ask them if they want to maybe respond. Because a lot of times we talk, but we don't necessarily need an answer. We don't necessarily need an opinion, a suggestion. We just need somebody to listen to us. But everybody wants to talk, but no one wants to be heard. Anybody wants to speak, man, but no
Ooh,
one wants to listen. Everybody wants to be heard, but no one wants to listen. It is my duty, at least for me, to listen with intention. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of just the self care and the self love and just spreading the word out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that mental health out there is real.
uh, and I like how you said how you that listening ear, and I like how I became a listening ear because that's all it take at times for you to just listen. You don't gotta have a solution to a person's problem. All you gotta do is just have a listening ear. And like my next question is like, I know you got a lot going on. I just want to throw this in there. I know you just published a book, by the way. You just telling me you published a book. Is it on mental health or is just on
Yeah,
life period?
actually, it wasn't published in the traditional way. I had done it in an ebook. Now it's being re edited and now it's going to be published in on Amazon. It's on trauma. It's about how men coping with trauma, and those are so basically in the book it talks about how I was able to follow those small 3 steps that had helped me, to cope with trauma. And my goal is not to tell people what to do, is to share with them what I did. If what I did worked for them, then that's all good. I just wanted to share my story.
That's beautiful, bro. That's all you gotta do is share your story and hope. That's just like when you read any book or you be around anybody. You just hope, like when they share their story, you don't use their story. You just get inspiration from their story, and you apply the tips and the tools you need for your own self. So, bro, I feel you, man. Like, man, I really feel you, bro. You got a good thing going on over there, man. So, I just want to say, continue to be great, bro. Continue to do what you do, man. Continue to spread that mental health awareness, man. Because especially in African Americans, like in our melanators, like that's it's serious, man. Like I didn't see like stories of like Twitch, the one that was on the Ellen DeGeneres, like her show, Ella show, and like coming on. I know this already happened, but like he was a cool guy. Like he was dancing always, happy, joyful. But
Mhm.
behind the scenes, bro, he was really battling mentally. He was going through it. So I'm glad, like you just put your pride to the side. I'm not saying it's a pride thing. I'm glad you put it to the side and like you're more aware of that. We need to be more aware of a man's mental health, bro. Like I said, I'm good, but I know I'm not good. But it's
Right,
a Friday thing, brother.
right, right. And I think here's the thing that I do also is checking out on those friends that seems to be the strong ones, right? The
Mm,
strong ones are the one that are dying in the inside more than we
mm,
know because they have to stay strong for somebody else. So it's really about being our brothers keepers, right? Checking on each other. If you haven't heard from somebody, if you haven't seen somebody, you know what I'm saying? Send them a text, give them a call, see how they're doing, because you never know, they may just need somebody to what I'm saying, to talk to. So
and that's good you mentioned that because as me becoming a leader, coming stepping into a leadership role, that's one of my traits. I check on people, make sure that if I ain't heard from them in like maybe 2 or 3 days, I check on how you doing. I know I haven't heard from you. That's just something I picked up, and I know that's a good trait to have. So like you said, like sometimes like and me personally, bro, like when I'm going through something mentally, I can still be strong enough for somebody else to encourage them because I know my mental is only like temporary. Like I said, I'm good, but I'm knowing I'm not good. But when it comes to me, as far as my thinking at the moment, I say it take a lot of energy to be negative, but it take less energy to be positive. So I always try to make sure my mental is good, but I'm knowing I'm not good.
absolutely, yeah, and that's what self awareness. It's so important. Know thyself. So nobody knows you better than you know yourself.
Exactly. Man, that's a good thing. So like do you plan on taking this like nationwide, like going conferences on
Oh man, it's already in the plan. I mean, I'm already seeing, out here in Canada, United States, and UK. I'm a citizen of the world, man. Wherever that my voice, you know what I'm saying, wherever that my voice can be heard, let it be heard, man. It's really, what I'm doing. I really don't have any competition because if
uh,
if what I'm doing, you decide to do the same thing, hey, we're at the end of the day, listen, I have a mentor. I have put this on myself. I said by 2025. I want to see the number of the suicide rate among men to go down by at least 25%. How am I
and
going to
look,
do that? How am I going to do that? I have no idea. But one thing that I do know that if my goal and my dreams are not scary, they're not big enough. And I am
bro, there you
scared.
go.
You know what I'm saying? I
I'm,
am scared. But you know what? It's not a scared in terms of like fear, scared in terms
mm,
of my goodness, I am stepping out of my comfort zone.
come on
But I
now,
know I'm not alone. I got an army behind me,
come
invisible
on.
army behind me. You know what I'm saying? And the more I can spread the message, the more I can get on podcasts like this and different social media. Man, listen, if anybody think they are my competition, they're not. We're actually working towards the same goal. So let's put, you
That
know,
And that's one thing about me. I'm not in no competition, and I want to be aware. And you said by 2025 you want to bring it down 25%, bro. I stand with you because, bro, could have been a victim of suicide, bro. Through all the stuff I went through, like foster care, being homeless, bro, going through this. That's play something with the mental. It do something to the mental. But I'm still here. So I
You
know
know,
I gotta take this, bro. So I stand with you when it comes to the men and their mental health, bro. Like whatever I need to do, bro. Like, cause I stand with you, bro. Like
I
you know,
appreciate,
I stand with you, bro.
I appreciate it, and that's the reason why, man. I'm constantly, and sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, but I gotta not let myself get into a place where, I put the whole world's burden on my shoulder either. But at the same time, I feel like I've been through too much, and I've been given
Hmm.
too many chances for me to just kind of waste my time and waste that talent, that gift that God gave me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just a voice. I'm just a voice in the wilderness crying out, say, hey, we need to
Yeah.
do something. We need to break that generational curse, generational trauma. We need to break that cycle, man. Remove the stigma. I want, and by 2025, I want every man, whenever they get together, to talk about their mental health as they talk about sports. I want
Yeah.
mental health to be such a topic that is so easy to talk about that we're gonna be talking about as we talk, on
It's
sports.
good. Cause look, to be honest, bro, I don't even watch sports no more. So it won't be enough for me to just focus more on the mental and talk about that. Cause sports is like it's entertainment and it's a waste of time to me.
Mm,
Talk about what's important. Like you said, bringing awareness to this men mental health so the suicide rate can go down because the study rising and everybody looking fine on the surface, but
hmm
deep inside they hurting or they ready to check out or ready to just give up. But it's not really that serious. I say when you just all you need is a listening ear.
Right, right, absolutely, absolutely,
Man,
and that's a selfish part of our human nature, right?
come on
But
now.
it's here's the thing, I'm not afraid to say that I'm a spiritual person, just like everybody has a right to stand for what they stand for. And listen, I'd rather somebody stand for the wrong thing, but at least they're standing for something, than somebody
Yeah,
who doesn't stand for anything at all. So all that to say, I'm not a religious person, but I'm a spiritual person, and I do believe that we are fighting against. The Bible says that we are not fighting against flesh and blood. We're fighting against principalities. We are fighting against a spirit. And when
it's
that
good.
spirit is over, things that used to be wrong are now right. Things that used to be right now are wrong. Everything kind of like uh, it- you know, upside down, and everybody's confused about their race, about their gender, and all that kind of stuff. But the
Yeah,
Bible says a man without a stable mind, a man without a stable mind is a very dangerous man. And I'm just out here continuously each and every day to make sure that my mind is stable, staying in gratitude, because I do believe that when we operate in gratitude, it changes our attitudes, and our
come on now.
attitude change our altitude. But all that it can't happen when we're in an environment that is suffocating us. When we're in an environment, we try to heal from the same environment that hurt us, right? So it's time for us to stop this trauma constipation. We've
Right.
been constipated for way too long with our trauma, and no wonder we are imploding. No wonder we have all this disease because we are constipated with trauma. It's time for us to find a safe space to release all that trauma and to start feeling ourselves, to start feeling good about ourselves. When we start feeling good about ourselves, then we can start feeling good about other people with other people, and also with
Come on,
oneself. Self love, the self care, self acceptance, self awareness, taking action, all start with us, man. And that's
it's
why the
all
great book says, love thy neighbor as thyself. I cannot love my neighbor. as myself if I don't love myself. That is a lie from a pit of hell. Anyway,
I
man,
feel
I'm done saying too much, man. I feel like I'm a Baptist preacher from the South right
ain't
now.
nothing wrong with it, bro. I'm spiritual, bro. I'm just look, I'm listening. Like I say, look, I was like, it don't matter what your religion, what you follow. I say whatever that got you on a good path, got you humble. Let's go.
Mm.
I like self awareness, man. Like for all y'all who gonna listen to this, whether y'all watching it now, you watching it on recording, whatever. When you tap in, if you know you around somebody, if you know yourself, you battling with something mental. You know you off, man. Let somebody know, man, before it so before it get too late. That's all I'm saying, and that's why I'm not ashamed to speak on it. Like, yeah, I'm battling with sleep anxiety. I'm not ashamed to speak on it no more because if I would have just held it in, it could have been worse. It probably would have. Man, it could have went turned south or something, bro.
Oh, absolutely. And as I always said, we cannot heal what we don't reveal, right?
Exactly.
You cannot heal. I cannot hear what I don't reveal. So, but the thing is, where are we? You know, we got to find a place to reveal. We got to find a place where we feel safe, we feel heard, we feel understood, without shame, blame, or judgment. But that's what we don't have, and that's why I vowed to create that. Even with my nonprofit, Rising Men Alliance, whatever I
Mm.
got to do, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I got to do, man, because this is bigger than me.
I'm glad you said that because like I'm gonna reach out to you about some information because I've been talking to somebody about because I want to start a nonprofit and because I wanted to cater like more towards the youth but that's good if I can get them to change their mental at a young age but yeah I want to do that too bro so man it's good we connected bro because the stuff you doing I ain't gonna say the stuff the nah what he not look let me say this what he doing is not stuff what he doing is the truth what Mr. Will Baptiste is bringing awareness to the mental health is a good thing, and more men need to step up. I know it's more men out there who's speaking on this, but more men need to step up and bring this to the awareness and stop trying to cope it with the things of the world, which is it don't matter because I like to. So I'm not judging, but sometimes that is not the answer. That is not the answer. Sometimes you need to be that listener. Sometimes you need to bring awareness to it and tell somebody about it. That's the answer. So it
Absolutely.
can.
Absolutely, man. And I just want to give you your flowers too, man, for doing what you're doing. I've been following you. You know, like you said earlier, you and I connected on Clubhouse, and we got it off Clubhouse, and we connected on Facebook and all. I mean, you've been doing your thing, man. I've been watching you, and I've been inspired by you, and that's why as soon as you say you are asking, you are looking for somebody to get on your podcast, man. I think I was like the second person. I'm like, I need to get on his podcast because I need to get a message out. I need people to start listening to you. You got a wealth of knowledge, and people need to hear this message that you got, man. So,
Appreciate it, bro. Like I said, I'm a high school graduate, bro. I dropped out of college. It's just life, bro. Life humbled me, and like you said, you the voice bringing awareness, bro. I feel like I'm the voice. Like you said, you the voice in the wilderness. I feel like I'm the voice of the people, bro. I feel like
mm,
I people that's like in the trenches, that's going through all walks of life, bro. Because I can relate to all walks of life.
right.
So man, this is appreciate, bro. This you know I gotta continue to give you your flowers, bro, because you got a good movement and what you doing, bro. Trust me, people are watching, bro. It's getting noticed, bro. You see, it got my attention.
Yeah, they're watching. They just some of them are waiting to see you fall. Some of them are
Yeah,
waiting for you to make it, and then they'll tell you, "Hey, I knew you would make it." But regardless, I'm not doing it for clouds. I'm not doing it for acknowledgement or recognition. I'm doing it
mhm.
because I realized this is what I was put on this earth to do. So regardless whether I get the accolades, I get the recognition or whatnot. Don't really matter to me. You know what I'm saying? And for me, finding my peace, finding my purpose, it's one of the greatest gifts. Because right now, I no longer have to chase after nobody.
I
I
say,
no longer have to chase after no relationship, no status, no material, no money. Nah, I'm
come
good.
on,
I'm good. This is it, man. I'm good, man. I say I am the wealthiest, the most successful person on this planet. Why? Because I have found my purpose. And you
Yeah.
found if you have found your purpose, you're one of those most successful, wealthy people in the world.
I'm
Because your
glad you
purpose,
said,
because your purpose is what you were born to do.
and I'm glad you said that because about the wealthy. Wealthy, I mean rich. Well, I want to be wealthy, and I don't want to be. I'm talking about jewelry, money, cars, all that. My wealthy, I want to be like a philanthropist. I want to like help people. So people's success is way different from mine. Like my success, I want to get successful so I can help other people, and not just locally, but around the world.
Right, right.
So
Absolutely.
we
Absolutely.
coming up on this. If we coming up close to 30 minutes, like anything. Look, how can the people know more about you? Where can they find you at? Like
Oh man, if you're on this planet, you can find me because I'm like we say in the hood. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere.
everywhere you
I'm
want
a
to be said.
man. TikTok, Well Baptist, Well to Rise. I'm on TikTok. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on OWL. That's something I want to tell them about. I want to tell them about OWL app.
Go ahead.
I have met so many people. I have met so many great connections on this app. And right now, if anybody wants to 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 connect with somebody, whether it's in the mental health world, um, business or whatnot, get in that hour. As soon as you get there, you get a $10, and you'll be able to call. Listen, you
You
can
got to scratch
actually
his
get
head.
you can actually get on the phone connected with somebody for less than $5.
Come on,
and
now.
and that right there could save someone's life. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm on that owl. And I have my website meetwilltorres.com. Come meet Will. I've got my YouTube channel that's being worked on right now. I've got a podcast called Will Torres. So and I got my Will Torres book that's working on, and I'm about to have
man.
another book. Listen, man, we're doing the work, and a lot of people think that I'm busy. No, I'm being productive. I don't want to be. Sorry, I've been going through this cold,
You can be
but
busy doing nothing.
yeah, but you could be busy for the sake of being busy. But I want to be productive, and and thank God, He's been guiding me and making sure that I'm being productive, and still find the time for myself, still find the time for my children, still find the time to do the things that Will got to do. But at the same time, keep my eyes on the ball and stay focused. You know what I'm saying? So
Like,
this is it, man. I've listen. I don't know how much time that I have on this earth, but I tend to use every last second efficiently to the best of my ability.
it's good, and that's beautiful. I love it, man. I love it. So you heard it from Will Baptiste. You heard it from the like you can find him on all his social medias, his website. He finna be on Amazon. Follow him with me.
Yes, yeah, and I declare and decree that I will be Amazon bestseller once that book come out. So be on the
Amazon.
lookout for that.
And you know what? I've been trying to look my first book. I've been reaching out some people to go and take mine bestseller. So it must be confirmation. But me, you can. I'm on YouTube. Eventually, oh, sorry about that. I had a call coming in. But you can find me on YouTube since my YouTube channel is back up. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter. All my names, DeMarcus Brewster. I'm on. I just got my Instagram page back up, so I've been sharing, must be sharing content on there. You know, my book is on Amazon, From the Hood to the Church. My first book, I did an ebook. Oh, I say bro, an ebook matter too. My ebook came out in 2000. Then I just dropped a children's book, Dad, Where's My Fish on Barnes and Noble. Got a fourth book coming up, but you know, it ain't even about that. It's about bringing awareness to this mental health. But yeah, y'all know where y'all can find me at, man. I'm just excited that me and Will, we finally connected. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. If you ain't got nothing else to say, bro, I'm man. I'm mad that
Well,
you
listen.
came. Man. I'm
For
excited that
me
we
to
came out the way.
Well, listen, for me to have nothing to say, that ain't never gonna happen. But we got to know when to, say to kind of put a pause on it. But yeah, we definitely will pause it right here. This is our first, podcast meeting, live, whatnot, but it won't be the last. So just like I said, be on the lookout. Some great things are happening. Check us out. Check us out, man. Give us a like, a comment. We don't do it for this, but it feels good. And who does
Right.
not want to feel good? So follow us, give us a comment, give us a like, let us know what you think. Um, and let us know how we can improve it. Let us know how we can help you because we are
Right.
here to help, and that's what
It
it's
is.
all about, man. So appreciate you all, guys. Checking my brother out, listening to him, listening to his podcast. Just encourage him, and it's gonna come back to you. It's gonna come back to you. I promise you, because I have never seen a person that give with their hands open without receiving at the same time.
Come on now, and
Because
that's why. And
when you give, your hands got to be open. You cannot give with your hand closed. So what is open, you will receive a whole lot more than what you give. So there's power in giving, and there's power in forgiveness. Man, listen, we gotta get back together, man. We
no,
gotta
bro,
go
this is
back to
this is
point.
part two, bro. We gotta look. This is part two. It's a lot more parts coming, bro. And
Looking forward
appreciate
to
your
it, man.
time, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. This mean a lot, bro. Really appreciate you coming on, bro.
I appreciate you too, man. Thank you for having me, brother.
No problem. You enjoy the rest of your day, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Take care. Bye.
Yes, sir.